Hi everyone, Wynn here with Tustle Marketing, checking in with you this week. It's been a very exciting week just for a lot of different things. It's kicking off June. We're halfway through the year. This is the time that people are really digging into some of their marketing goals that they have set. And also too, if you haven't set any, this is like a reality check of, oh my gosh, I better get going, because 2021 has definitely kind of like snuck up. Like we're getting very close to the end, right? There's 12 months, we're halfway there. And so, yeah, like this is the time to really dig in. And if you haven't digged in, this is perfect. Tustle Tip Tuesdays are designed for, well, I guess everyone, whether you really digged in this year, maybe you have some headache over your hustle right now at marketing well. And then two, maybe you just want to like continue to check in and make sure you're using best practices, because things are changing like all the time. So this is a great reminder to kind of, I guess, self-check. So this is what Tustle Tip is for. This is live. So if you have any questions while we're live, or even after we're live, we can also answer any questions that you have. We'd also love to hear from you if you have any tips or suggestions, because we tune in every Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Deliver Tustle Tip Tuesday, the TTT. All right, so we are still talking about theming your webinar, theming your marketing, because theming is our webinar this month on June 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a 1-hour webinar, and we're basically going to go over the best practices of theming. And so lately we've been highlighting maybe the why to theming, maybe some considerations to theming, and really just even what theming is. So, theming is just like I would say a consumer-friendly term. And a practice to do, but it also too can be like content strategy. It could be marketing strategy itself. It's getting very clear on your messaging, and it could even be business goals. One of the phrases I keep using, it's almost like an exercise or a workout plan that you're going to design. And I always like to say, I like to put things on paper, because when you put it on paper, it's real. Like if it's in your head, it's not really it's just living out there. But when you put it on paper, it becomes real. Kind of like if you're trying to lose weight, right? And if you keep it to yourself and say you're going to lose weight, there's really no one to keep you in check. However, if you announce you're losing weight, the people are going to be like, aren't you on a diet? Shouldn't you be eating that chocolate cake? That's how I kind of treat marketing, like putting it on paper. Yes, like we have all these ideas, and sometimes we just have to like brain dump it. I kind of shared that last time of, just because we have ideas doesn't mean we have to do all of them. But even to get a better understanding of your ideas, you might need to write them out. And so when it comes to theming your marketing, you take it as high level as some of your business goals. So it's not just marketing. It's really looking at the things that you want to do. What are the goals that you're trying to achieve with your business, whether you're selling a product or service? What are those things that you're trying to make through the year? And every business should have goals, whether it's a monetary goal, maybe it's like a client retention goal, maybe it's launching some type of new campaign or event, whatever that is, right? Some overarching goal for the year. And so that's like a really big theme. And so you can take your business goal, right? And you can figure out what content do you need to utilize to basically make that goal. So let's say that you're trying to sell, I don't know, maybe you're trying to get more clients or sell a product, right? So what would be the content or the delivery methods to do that, right? So you might need to beef up your e-blast. You might need to beef up your social presence. You might need to go create a social presence. Might need to do some digging on your just clientele in general. Like what social pages are they on? Maybe it's text messages. Maybe you like text messages really like responsive. Maybe it's all of those in between. And so when you kind of have like the goal, right, you're now going to focus on really the strategy to get there. And so when it comes to marketing, it's really like content, right? Do you need to be doing a video? Do you need to be doing social posts? And do you need to be like fill in the blank? And you probably need to be doing all of those, right? And so we think of all these things like, oh, I got to do this, this, and this. But what is it like when you make a list and it's a checklist to do? Kind of like a SOP, standard operating procedure. Like how can you look at your business, look at its plans, look at its goals, and know for marketing what you need to hit off to do that. And there's so many things out there, but if you're not like tracking, checking in on yourself, you can get really lost in the mess, because marketing really can be like squirrel, right? Like, oh, look, a new platform just opened up. Oh, iOS 14 on Facebook sucks. Oh, wait, well, I need to be, got this, I don't know, new way to check in with our clients. Just because you can be doing something doesn't mean that you should. And that really, too, goes to my next point is like you really want to think about your audience. So you have your business goals, You have the different ways to deliver your message, right? To get, that's just the example that we're using to connect with your clients. And then you really need to get very specific about your audience. Again, just because you can be on every social platform, send text messages, do smoke signals of your business. Should you be doing that? Where is your audience at? Really think through, like, get to know like that ideal audience. And if you don't know what that is, we would love to sit down with you and do a consultation where we can get very specific. Because if you say that everyone in the world is your audience, that's not true. Which, like, maybe they can be, but that's not your ideal audience. Your ideal audience is about 80% of the business that you want to do. So like that client you love to work with, right? They're probably utilizes maybe multiple products or services. Maybe they're a great referral partner, maybe, sending out business, spreading the word about what you do. And maybe they're just pleasant to be with and they pay, right? So these are all great things. But what does, instead of like those core things of what makes an ideal client, what are their behaviors? Where are they at? What are they doing? How do they find out about you? And just continue to replicate that. And then really think through. So like you thought about who your, another term is avatar, right? Your avatar for your business of that ideal client. What are their needs, right? That you can deliver with the content. So if you know that your audience doesn't like to read, guess what? You need to be doing video, right? And you might need to be doing text messages instead of email. Maybe your audience needs maybe like constant communication because it's a super complicated process, right? So maybe you need to be doing weekly emails, sharing details or the latest product or service or how to communication. Maybe email is something very important. Maybe it's all of those in between, but you won't know unless you put it on paper. And that's the great thing about theming. You're going to take a business goal. You're going to think about all those nuggets in between, like what content, what are your goals, what audience do you have, what are your audience needs, and then you're going to get very specific and plug it and play it on a specific time frame. So whether it's a yearly goal, maybe you go beyond. Maybe you need to start with 3 months. But whatever that is, you can get very specific. So then it's just plug and play that, let's say this week you need to do the e-blast, send the event bite, create the Facebook event page, post on Instagram, do a TikTok, all for the event that's 4 weeks away. But you don't know that until you do that. And so we're going to show you real strategies to get you very specific about what your goals are, what are you trying to achieve, and then how you can use marketing to help you achieve that. Because you're going to have to get the message out. So particularly goal, you might want to be doing something new, creating new revenue, retaining clients, whatever that is, you're going to need some marketing or some type of communication pieces to help you achieve that. And we would love to help you. So that's the whole purpose of our webinar on Tuesday, June 22nd at 6:30 p.m. I will be your host there that night, and I would love to see you. I'll include the link in the chat. Again, this is just another Tustle Tip Tuesday where I get to sit in and check in with you. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next week. Would love to hear what other things that you might want to get educated on. I know there's a lot of things going on, particularly with social media, so I think we're going to come back to that very soon. But again, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Hope you have a great day.